before that from 1992 to his name into history and to produce chat. He might keep the same team, so for the first time ever in charge of the under-19s, Nishino does keep that way as well, and this is the starting lineup of the Australians. 6 changes from the team that drew. Is refereeing his first game of this tournament, assisted down the lines also by Saudi Arabians. Mark Lars visit to the Olympic Games in 2008, and Akira Nishino coached his Japan, which was infectious. 2 coaches that have been to the Olympic Games all year, 90 minutes away from qualifying for the quarterfinals. Well, they're trying the direct route early on here, the Australians. They get themselves in a dangerous position in 1998. So he's inflicted some pain already. It's a brilliant play from him. Couple in the box asking for the ball. The delivery, though, is just a little too to use the width of this pitch as much as possible. Easily ghosting past one player. Oh, he tried to open his body up for the shots when maybe... Australians, though, different proposition altogether when it comes to what can the Australian international do. It's very well read, you have to say. Actually gone side-by-side centre-back with Dylan Ryan, and one of 9 players called up who are playing their football overseas. He's dropped it behind the defence, and yet again, just to signify his intentions of displacing Brad Smith. Supanat took too long to pull the trigger. Quick feed by Supanat. Couldn't squeeze through a bunch of us. At a time when in the footballing legs of that was a very late challenge that came from Kritsida. The good news is that they've settled down without conceding anything. Little mess inside the box on a dime. That's a lovely ball put behind the defense. Superchok is right there. Was waiting for Supachai to actually make gliding past one. Trying to get that going with Zach Duncan. Oh, just hold them back, and it's going to be a yellow card. Zach Duncan of age 23s, and he's been the main difference. Titaton, Supachai slow and getting up. Oh, he comes off the upright and it goes into the back of the net. Thailand take the lead. Amon Latsak. From out of nowhere, Jack in the box. Thailand have gone right ahead with the 10th goal that they've scored at the AFC Under-23 Championships. Absolutely spellbinding by them. Keep this up. Australians training for the first time in this tournament, so a character will be asked. There was a slight angle that was opened up at the near post from Korofat for him to curl it round, but he decides to go for someone inside the box, and it was always loves to cut it inside to his right-hand side. Gersbach trying to hang this one up, and let's see where he goes with this. It's another very long one, escaping even one Lutsak. That's a very poor ball played out by Tassa Modakutas. Brilliant effort in the end. That would have been some goal. It's got time to laugh about Supachai. Danger probably over already. Superchok too close to the goalkeeper. Titaton. Real heroes to look out for. But the way he plays, the way to pounce right back. Italiano always wants it on his right foot, gets it on his right foot. Since the 15th minute of play, the first 15 certainly belonged. We've seen very little of him. Supanat, that's a brilliant cross. Supachai was stretching all the time. Supachai. Minchok, I don't think he intended that. And it almost turned into a glorious goal for the right fullback. Yet again, very loose. Oh, Australia continuing to play on. The crowd not too happy with it. The Thais have to defend. It was in the end by me. Standing. His vision was exemplary. Sufanat! That would have been a special goal. Guilty of throwing that elbow on Kritzada. Ball's played in behind. This will be Glover's. Was got away with it. Piscopo certainly has a shot on him if he decides to take this one on. It's through, and it's a goal. The equalizer from D'Agostino, the poacher supreme. The reason why Australia are here in the first place. Scored 2 against South Korea in the qualifiers, and he just needs that one chance. That's the reason he's put up there, and he's shown exactly why. Graham Arnold has put his faith on the number 15. Everything about this came through Piscopo at the back. Here is Superchok. Oh, It was opened up for him to go right foot. The chance was gone. And Onaman Lutzak wins the free kick. Brave enough to... Hanon's left it. Prinsada trying to drop it into space. Thomas Deng strong enough, but they've conceded themselves despite a very good start in the first 15. Australia 1, Thailand 1. The Under 23 2020 Championships. Once against the Australians, and player who was born in France comes on. Keanu Bacchus, but Denis Jeanreau is certainly on. The man who scored the opening goal in the qualifiers against Indonesia. We're lucky to be hosting this event because it had been a straight out, very much a frenzy in that first half and very hectic for the Thais. Superchok's shown. It's across though, lacking any sort of all the jealousy in the world. Surely that's going to be a free kick. The referee waited until there was no advantage. Superchai desperately wants to get involved. That's the reason why the Thais came at them. He was giving the ball away far too frequently and far too easily. And to take this, Graham Arnold senses something here. It is swung in. It is very deep. It's gone through everyone. It's Supanats decides to go for goal himself. He was hoping that for Gersbach. Very deep cross. We haven't seen much of him as an overlapping fullback in this match or this tournament. Titaton, another disappointing cross. Wasn't the best of clearances, preventing the ball from getting forward. Players in the box waiting for a good delivery. It almost was from Thailand. Just got to soak it up now. To run no room at all. Thomas Deng just managing to get the ball away from that. Everything was going great until that crossfield pass that was put out by Shinafat. Shinafat almost giving the ball away. They come away with it. Michok then went away by Ryan. Oh, that wasn't too... Oh, it's put through to Superchok. Still Superchok. Skied it.
Substitution for Thailand. Player number 17, Supanat Muenta.
Italiano goes all the way out to Gersbach. Couldn't get the cross in after some... Thomas Deng runs right across. This one's gone so deep. It's on target from Bowman. On.
Player number 19, Daniel Bowman.
Morakutas looking for Toure. Just through the ball. Ooh. Smacked right into the chest of D'Agostino. Sort of was watching the ball all the way, but we'll get a yellow card for that. That was a fit. He tried to do too much in the end. Might have done better if he Superchok. Sarinka Jaronsak, great work by Deng. Anticipated that very well. Titaton from storming in with that challenge on Tiang Tali. To be offside, it has to be offside. No, the referee doesn't flag. Piscopo, straight at the goalkeeper. Yards. Piscopo. It's pretty easy. And that's brilliant from Piscopo. Gersbach! Superb goal! It's that man again, the box in a box, D'Agostino. He profits, but the build-up to that was mouth-watering. The Olyroos ahead, Thailand behind for the first time in this tournament. They can't hold on. Yet again, the genius of... They trail 2-1. Getting it back, trying to run through on goal. Piscopo just behind. Our total miss kick there. Toure! The referee's call for handball. It was actually